Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you kind of like my holiday gift guide game plan. So there's a whole strategy to how I plan and prepare for purchasing gifts for friends and family. I'm sure you guys have some kind of a system as well in regards to keeping track of who you've purchased for, how much you're spending, where you keep your receipts, all of that stuff. So I'll start off by saying everything that I'm going to talk about today, I keep coordinated in my holiday Christmas binder. I have one for Thanksgiving and I have one for Christmas, and I'll leave a link above if you want to see exactly everything that is in that binder. I'll do a little walkthrough of how everything is laid out and how I keep everything organized for the holiday season. But you can keep this together any way you want, whether you just use a notebook or sticky notes, or you have a drawer or a container or someplace to keep receipts. It's just good to have some type of organization with your holiday gift buying, because I know in my experience there's so many times where somebody either needs a receipt or even remembering where you purchase certain things from. So I have a whole list in this little notebook of everything that I want to talk to you about today in regards to how I plan out what I'm buying for everyone in my life and how I go about doing so. Okay, so here we go. All right, obviously the first thing I do is make a list of everyone that I need to buy for. And I have a running list that I use year after year, and I either add or take away depending on circumstances. So I always know exactly who I need to buy for, and no one is forgotten because I've had this list for many years. So all of the important people are on the list, and then sometimes there's some new ones as well. So once I have the list of everyone that I need to buy for, I can start brainstorming ideas of things that might make for a great gift for them. And sometimes I'll see something on TV or I'll see something in the mall and I'll think to myself, oh, this would be perfect for so-and-so. And it could be in August. I have to remember to jot it down in my notes, otherwise I will forget. And when it comes time for purchasing gifts, oftentimes I have no idea for certain people what I'm going to be getting them. So I find this to be super helpful. Another thing that I do is when I find an amazing sale on an item that I think most people would really like, enjoy, appreciate, be able to use, I will buy a whole bunch of it. For instance, over the summer, myself and my daughter went to the Coach outlet, and they had these really beautiful handbags that ranged from $25 to $40 on major clearance. I'm talking like, I don't even remember, 75 or 80% off. And they were beautiful. And there are so many women that I need to buy for. I have so many nieces, and I have my daughters and my mom and my sister. I just cannot imagine any of those people in my life not loving a beautiful Coach purse. So needless to say, we bought like 10 in various different styles and colors, and I put them away in my closet, but I had to make sure that I wrote down on the list in a little sticky note everything that I bought. So I do that a lot of times. So whenever I buy something early, I also purchased some candles from Bath & Body Works earlier in the season, and I picked up some chocolates from Gertrude Hawk. So there's like little things that I buy here and there knowing that they're going to make for great holiday gifts. And I have a little sticky note where I write everything down that I purchased. I put it in my Christmas binder, and when the time comes, I'll sit down and I'll write next to each person's name what they're getting from gifts that I have already purchased. This has been super helpful in making the holiday shopping season so much less stressful, because it is an added anxiety when you have so many people to buy for. I think I probably have at least 30 people that I need to buy for, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but that sounds about right to me. And to at one time have to purchase that many gifts is so overwhelming. So I think this is a great way to holiday shop if you are able to do so. So then I just see what the balance is, who is still left that I need to buy for. I will match everyone up to the gifts that I had already purchased. They're already off my list, which is wonderful. And then I have the remaining people that I need to buy for, and I have to start brainstorming of gift ideas for them. Something else that I do, which I actually just did last week, is I get together all of my wrapping paper and gift bags, tape, gift tags, anything that I need for wrapping up my gifts, and I put it all together to see if I have enough, what I need more of, and then I'll go shopping at Target or Walmart or wherever and stock up on more wrapping paper and tape. And I have to make sure I have scissors because for some reason they always go missing in my house. Make sure I have all of this stuff together, and also make sure I have a nice area where I can wrap gifts. Luckily this year, I just moved into an office space in my house, which used to be the playroom. I'll leave a link above for that because it's a Disney themed office, which is so much fun. So I now have space in my office to wrap gifts. So I put all of my wrapping paper in there. I have one of those zip up container bags that hold all of your wrapping paper. And so I just wanted to show you guys this contraption that I have hanging in my office. So I have something where I store all of my wrapping paper, which is this guy. So I keep everything in there, and I still have extra wrapping paper and tape and all kinds of things in this. And this is great, especially if you have to relocate into another room or something like that. But I love having this because it's easily accessible. It's just hanging right on the back of my door here. So I can just set up to wrap, and I see everything that I need, because I have a problem with misplacing things, especially when they're all just like in one container and all mixed up. So I'll leave a link to this in the description below. It comes with these little labels, so you can label, you know, what you have in each compartment. So I have my tissue paper in here, and then over here I have my ribbon and scissors, and I love this because I always misplace the scissors when I'm wrapping, so now I have like a special place to put it. And then over here I have all of my tape, and then down here I have my gift tags and my pens and markers and things like that. And then on the sides, obviously I just slid my wrapping paper, and it's nice, there's like this Velcro strap so you can make it as wide as you need. And then there's also another little compartment down here, which I'm not using yet for anything, but it's nice to have the extra organization. And then on this side it's the same thing, I just have my wrapping paper on the side and then another little compartment on that side. So this has really been a game changer, and I think it's really, really helpful. And because it just has this little hook here, you can also relocate it into a different room wherever you're setting up to wrap. You can just bring it with you. So definitely highly recommend getting one of these if you're going to be wrapping gifts this year, because it is super helpful, and it's just been super helpful in keeping things together. And then I used a couple of 31 bags that I purchased that are Christmas themed to corral all of my gift bags and boxes and things like that in. So I have a really good setup this year, and I have a little table that kind of flips up and open that I can stand and wrap gifts rather than always sitting on the floor, which can kill my back after a while. I have my Alexa in there so I can listen to Christmas music. So I have like such a great setup. I am super excited for wrapping gifts this year. Another thing that I try to focus on is finding one area, and I am saying it is important to find one area to hide all of the gifts, because I have had years where I would buy something at the store and I'd, you know, stick it in a drawer, and I'd buy something else and I would put it in the basement, or I'd put it in a closet. And then a little bit before Christmas, I'm trying to remember where the heck I put all of these items, and it's chaos that I was creating for myself. So now I try to keep everything together in some hidden area of my house, which I will not disclose. And it is different every year. And also what I try to do, if I can manage it, is to wrap as I buy and make sure I tag it and hide it right away, because then even if something is found, it's in a wrapped package, so it's unlikely that the kids are going to know exactly what it is unless it's like a really weird shaped type of a thing. And that has been super helpful. I also try to do different wrapping paper for each of my kids. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year, but in years past, especially when my kids were younger, if they had certain Disney characters that they really liked, or just something that they were really, really into that year, if I was able to find wrapping paper that was very specific to things that they were into, it was helpful in not needing to tag every single gift with their name, because I would know, say, Disney Princesses is for my daughter Madison, and maybe a soccer themed wrapping paper is for my son Patrick. So it just kept it very specific to the child, and it was a lot less writing that I needed to do. And what is also great is Santa has been so helpful over the past I don't know, many, many years in using Santa wrapping paper for his gifts. So any gift that has Santa on it, we all know it's from Santa. So I'm very careful not to buy my own Santa wrapping paper. Sometimes I do because it's just super cute. And if I do, I'm gonna have to, you know, write something on the tag so I know it's not from Santa. But if Santa uses the Santa wrapping paper and each child has their own designated wrapping paper, it's gonna be a game changer because you don't have to write a whole bunch of those little tags out. So I love that idea. All right, something else that I need to remember is as holiday events are coming up, I need to take note what holiday events I need to buy things for. So if there is a party where we are doing a Secret Santa, I know I have to buy a gift for that, and I have a few of those this year. If I'm going to a party, an ugly sweater party, see I have my sweater on today, although I don't think it's really all that ugly. I'll show you guys. I think it's pretty cute. But anyway, if you need Secret Santa, ugly sweater party sweaters, are you baking cookies for holiday parties coming up sooner than later? That's something that I always forget to do. I tend to bake my cookies the week before Christmas, and a lot of the time parties are way earlier in December. So if I know I have a party at the beginning of December, maybe I'll start my cookie baking a little bit early. Maybe I'll do a couple of recipes a little bit sooner than I had planned so that I have cookies to bring to the party. So just pre-planning for all of the upcoming events is really helpful. My children also have parties that they attend and Secret Santa gifts that I need to buy for that as well. And let's not forget about our teachers, and let's not forget the mailman, the UPS guy, the FedEx guy, the people that take away your garbage every week. All of those things I have on my list, so I'm not going to forget them. And I usually get gift cards and bake cookies for most of these people. So I like to have little cookie containers already purchased for that purpose, and I need to make sure I stock up on some gift cards to give as well. So all of these things, and I know it seems like a lot, if you write them down, at least you'll have a place to check mark to make sure that you have covered it all and there's no hurt feelings and no one left out. And another thing to be cautious of is if you're going to order something that's coming in the mail and it's something that's important that you need to have for maybe your child or for a friend, but it's something very specific and you need to order through the mail, make sure that you give yourself enough time. Do those gift items first. Order them nice and early because you never know what's going to happen with the mail. You never know if things are going to be out of stock and you're going to have to wait until a certain date for them to come back in. This has happened to me multiple times, and I personally don't like getting like a card with a cutout picture from a magazine saying, hey, this is coming someday. Like, I don't know. It's just not nice. It's just so much nicer to have something to open up and be excited about than a note saying someday you will have this item. Unless there's no other way and it's like the one thing that your kid wants, I typically would end up substituting with something else because I like to actually have something to give to someone. So make sure that that doesn't happen to you and you actually order things in time so that you have them in time for the holiday season. And then the final thing I'm going to talk about is a lot of people ask about how I budget for Christmas, how much I spend on each child, how much I spend overall, and how many gifts each kid gets, and stocking stuffers, and all of those things. So I don't have a specific number per child. Let's face it, as your kids get older, the things that they want get more expensive, and they're probably going to receive less than they did when they were little. And little kids don't really need very expensive things. When my children were toddlers or just even young kids and they wanted toys and Barbie dolls and coloring things and art supplies, all of those inexpensive gifts, I don't try to meet a dollar amount with, say, my 9-year-old compared to my 17-year-old. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's just ridiculous. I am not trying to spend a specific amount on each kid, and I know a lot of people do it that way, and I know like my mother-in-law is very, very careful about spending to the penny exactly the same amount on each person, but my little girl doesn't care how much I spent on her as long as she is happy with the gifts that she wanted and she received them, she's going to be thrilled. And my older daughter is going to understand that she received half the amount of gifts because some of the things that she wanted is very expensive. And the same goes for my teenage son. I feel like a lot of the boy items that I purchased, like video games and electronics and things like that, tend to be more expensive than my younger daughter and her toys or, you know, small things that she wants. So I think in the end, it all comes out to be about the same. As far as gift count, I would say typically my kids have maybe somewhere between 10 and 15 items to open underneath the Christmas tree. That's kind of just been the range over the years. And I'm not looking to meet that exact number for each child. Like I said, my daughter, who is younger, might have 15 items, while my two older children might have somewhere between 7 and 9 or something like that. And that's okay. It's never been a problem or an issue. And as far as stocking stuffers go, same deal. I mean, people have different wants and needs and different things that they need. I try to buy things that they actually need and use, such as deodorant, hairspray, toothbrushes, toiletries that you're going to use in your everyday life as well, and usually some candy treats, and then a couple of fun items. So that is how I do it. I hope that you guys found this helpful. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any tips to share in how you're planning out your holiday shopping. I bet a lot of you have already begun. Let me know that too in the comments below. How early do you guys start your Christmas shopping? And good luck with all of the holiday preparation. I look forward to seeing you guys every day during Vlogmas, and I hope that you enjoy all of my upcoming videos. I'm going to be sharing holiday gift ideas and stocking stuffer ideas and all of that fun stuff that I know I enjoy watching every year as well. So it's always fun to see what other people put together. Thank you again for watching. I hope you're off to a great week, and I will see you real soon. Take care. Bye.